Okay, class, this is our Unit 6 Essential Question Review. As I write, you copy the answers. You can pause this, go back, fast forward, rewind, do what you need to do to get it all done. This will be one of your assessment study tools. So, what cultural traits are shared by Europeans? Question 1. Let's fix this up. Europeans share religious traditions, like Christianity, and political traditions, like the creation of numerous nation states on the continent. How is European culture reflected in art, literature, and architecture? It is reflected through European Christian values. What monumental architecture is reflective of European culture? You can say cathedrals, which are large churches, are examples of monumental architecture that depicts Christian values in Europe. What historical traditions unify Europe into a culture group? Christianity is a historical tradition that unites Europe. Next page. What ethnic differences divide Europe into many groups? So, let's say the need for immigrants to learn the new language, mistrust and misunderstandings, of cultural differences. What is characteristic about geographic patterns in Europe? Navigable, rivers and harbors, provide many European cities with trading ports. How does Europe's physical geography impact economic development and the location of economic activities? Now remember, economic means money. So, since Europe is a continent of continents, or a continent of peninsulas, since Europe is a continent of peninsulas, many nations depend on the sea for economic growth. What is characteristic of the standard of living in Europe? The standard of living in Europe is high because of the Europeans more developed national economies. What two world wars started in Europe? So, World War I and World War II. And why was the European Union formed? The EU was formed to unite Europe and provide economic and political security. Three, how does the European Union unify Europe? So it says it gives member nations one currency, and currency is just money, and open borders. How is immigration in Europe different from immigration in the United States? It is different because of the EU. What challenges are Europeans facing because of migrations? Europeans are facing tension. Actually, we'll say increased. Sorry, that looks horrible. I'll write that for you again. Increased tension between cultural groups. Okay, last question. How are some European nations responding to a growing number of ethnic groups in the region? They are responding with a push back against multiculturalism and increased tension.